And welcome back to the Monster Energy Studios here for the DreamHack PUBG Showdown, sponsored by Corsair and Monster Energy. My name is Richard Sims, and this is Martin Good.
Yes.
Yes! We're getting there. We're getting there.
Or Avenger.
My Danish is getting better. We're just gonna go with Avenger now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You nailed it 2 times. Now it's good.
All right.
Now
Don't ruin it.
Please don't ruin my name anymore. No, it's fine.
Sorry.
What a fantastic game.
Absolutely. Maybe potentially a little bit messy here and there with certain stages. People obviously, and we did say this,
it's rough circles. These northern circles are always super rough. Especially
if you have to come in for, if you're getting like, I think there was potentially 2 or 3 hard shifts for certain individuals coming in from that east coast and coming in from the bottom down south up the east coast and running in, and then you have the circle on your back. Because even just on the outskirts of Severny, where a lot of those teams landed when they came up from the east coast, the circle then just kind of like edged them in slowly. Yeah. And when you're there, it's like, well, you're just signing my death warrant here. There's nothing really else we can do, to be honest. Then when you've got Envious just on the beach, just laughing at like, because that little defilade it's more than enough just so you can lay down. You can't see people's heads. Yeah. You don't even silhouette. Like if you stand up, there's no silhouette, and you can just kind of keep crouched. And well, they didn't go directly in the water, but certainly the beachhead at Leach kind of, it played to their advantage. They won game number 1. Let's take a look at the standings and see how things did play out for the rest of our 16 teams in game number 1. Envious top in the charts with the chicken dinner, 400 placement points and 132 kills to boot. Below them, same again, but 100 points down in second place. Going to be Team Dignitas, Tempo Storm in third. Pure in fourth for their totality in fifth. Rusky in sixth, and then seventh is going to be Trifecta, Noble, Wildcard Gaming, Optic, and Hooligans not having the very best of start. Ghost Gaming expected them to be a little bit higher than that, to be honest, than 10th place, but it's still game number 1, and there's everything to play for. Remember, that green bar is where you want to be. It doesn't matter 4th to 16th where you end up. So long as you're above the green, everything is fine, because you're going to be booking your flights, your travel, and accommodation to DreamHack Austin. You're going to be playing for $100,000. Now, Optic Gaming, Martin, what do you think? Maybe early game jitters, potentially? Obviously, we have a new player on there.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like they did some really good decisions early game. Taking that twin south of Severny was the right decision. I didn't see them move after the shift away from them. That's kind of where I wanted them to make a decision where you want to go. But still, when you have this shift where you have some of shooting range, some of Severny, and kind of just a hill in the middle, there's not much to do from there. So you kind of have to play the edge, and that's what they did. And in the southeastern side was kind of where the hardest shifts away from was a couple of times. So they didn't really get favor or had any good circle luck with them, but they didn't do anything proactively either.
Weapons.
Yeah.
That kill feed was literally just AKMs and minis, surprisingly.
It was. I'm kind of surprised we didn't see that many DPs. Maybe they're kind of rare, but still, we saw a lot of people running M4 still. Of course, there's still a lot of M4 spawns and everything, but still, AK meta is here.
It's real. And it's not even it's not even just close quarters. I mean, up close and personal, if you meet somebody with an AKM, especially with a with the holographic, the wider field of vision, it's much better than a red dot like I used to have. I think for Tapfire, if you look at an M4 or a 16, a red dot's fine because you can try and get the long distance on there, tap the players down, find the scalps. But with an AKM, with the holo, large field of vision, you meet somebody up close and personal, they're just going to annihilate. They're just going to shred you to bits.
Yeah, it's basically who starts to fire first. It's going to win.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay. Playing his live game number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us this evening. We're going to be going for quite a while. We have a best of 10 on our hands. 5 maps will be played today with the remaining 5 played tomorrow. Thank you for joining us, especially if you are obviously in the European zone as well. This time I'm actually seeing Spike in there, which I don't think we saw him in the previous round. Did he not get in? I don't believe.
Excuse me, who? Spike. No, I don't think he got in. I am not sure who he's playing with, to be honest. Of course, he being from the Czech Republic.
Yes.
Amazing player. The old Dignitas roster, yes, with Siphon and Liquids and Suntouch before Dignitas took over the Lamar Mill Shoot to Kill squad. But here, of course, this plane it gives more probabilities of where you want to jump. Of course, still being the southwestern side in the middle, but still much better plane than last time. We're going to see Noble here with their with their play independent dropping here, going Sarky this time, being Novo last time. Wildcard is going to go Novo this time. We're going to have Pure and Millie. We're going to have Cloud9 kind of changing stuff up a bit here. They're going to go into the Quarry Primorsk area. Tempo is back to the Tempo Storm West Coast here. They're going to be Gatka and the West Coast, and they're going to split up there. Taylor J, not sure if he didn't get in or not, but he's going to drop down here. Envy is going to take South George. Dignitas kind of in the North George split here, kind of going towards Cerveny. Shooting range, I'm not sure what they're going to do yet. Looks like they're just looting, maybe trying to get some cars here. Maybe going North George, depending on the plane here. Moody.
Uh-oh.
These guys.
Don't do it to him. Leave the man be.
Oh, he does have a vehicle down here. He's gonna run for that. Yeah, it's not worth it either. Like you're gonna waste time doing that as well. 62 alive, so it means like we have either lost 2 guys or we don't have 2 guys. But look at this circle.
Oh, so a couple of long drop. Oh, please. No. He's doing it. He's beeping
he's
him as well.
He's hunging.
He's BMing him. He's actually beeping because he knows what's coming. Lands on the floor and runs him over. I'm hearing production laughing in the back as well.
It's Tony V. It's Tony V. His old teammate. It's his old teammate as well. Look at that. Tony V taking out Jimur, his old teammate from United. Totality taking the first kill of the day.
I have never seen such BM in all my life. To beat the poor bugger as well and just let him know that his imminent death is awaiting him as he lands.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And then to punch your old teammate, to gang up on him and just beat the crap out of him. Fantastic. Fair play to him. You know, it is what it is.
It is 12 points.
Yeah, it is 12 points, and it's a bit of banner for your team as well, more importantly.
It is indeed.
West Coast Circle, about 40 to 35% water in there. That will more than likely shift towards the land. What have we got in at top there? The Noble Boys, they're going to be sitting pretty. Down further afield. Let's talk about the choke points on this map, Martin, where teams are actually going to approach from. We got one team down at Millie, we got one at Novo, we got all the way at the farm side, we got Totality that may be rotating up, potentially through Yasnaya. I don't really see anywhere else they'll be going this far along, especially if they want to get them gear. So I'd more than likely say they're going to hit Yasnaya. The team up top's got to come in from, that's going to be, Trifecta from Savernி. So on this circle, Martin, on the edges, where are your choke points that teams might likely set up?
So you have these choke points, but I mean, with this kind of circle, I'm not sure it's worth it. So one of the teams could be the Pochinki guys. You have this usual path north of Pochinki and south of Watertown Ruins. You have that choke point north of the church where you kind of, everybody from the east kind of drives there. You also drive south of Pochinki. So you kind of have these choke points. Here, Shrimpsy has actually seen Logic here. So they're in a fight here on the S compound west of Milta. So Logic here. I'm not sure that Logic knows that Shrimpsy is here, but he has an M4. And this is Hooligans versus Black Label right here. So, but yeah, we see Hooligans has been joined by Spike. So it's Shrimpsy, Spike, Foshu, and Potato. He's going to see him. He's going to run. Oh, my God.
Takes the shots now. He gets around the corner. The tap fire will come through. Will connects a few. Oh, he answers back himself. So he gives a couple of warning shots off and says, no, don't have a crack against me. We'll look back through the opposing window, and Logic's time to run. Saying that while we're talking about this one, Gustav. He's been flushed, knocked and flushed. The AKM comes through. Yeah. Master Nuke with the headshot as well. Takes him down over this side. That's going to be 12 points in the bag there for Noble.
Yeah.
So was that them having a bit of an extension, do you think?
They pushed. They saw the circle there, and then they pushed from Saki kind of early going into the west side of George. I'm pretty sure they saw that not a lot of people went in there, but Dignitas, of course, they saw that Trifecta went for Cerveny early, and they saw the circle, so they're going to stay in North George. It's a super good call. I mean, it's the right decision, but now this kind of leaves everything open for Noble, being able to move from Sarki. Of course, already looted all the good priority buildings in Sarki, but now they're going to be able to move here, and Boogie Boogie's not in a position to push it.
Yeah, and you can see what he's doing. He's just running away off screen because he knows that he can't die. Especially, there's no point in taking a fight. There's no point in even losing any kind of armor whatsoever or life. You might as well just get back to your teammates, regroup, give this to Noble. Just give it up to him, let them have it. Logic still. Oh, God. It's not looking good for this man. He's between a rock and a hard place. 3 players just bearing down upon him. I mean, there is another side to this story. It's okay. We're looking for Logic. We're looking at him. It's 12 points if we get the kill, Martin. But, I mean, look, I'm not even seeing a helmet on this dude to the left-hand side. Who's that? It's going to be Fozu. Like, you're giving up valuable time here.
Yeah, I mean, of course, this is gonna hurt a team and it's gonna give you points. But still, I kind of think they're sending a message as well, because these guys, they want the farmlands area. They want to loot farms. They want to loot this western area of Milta. But the guys from Hooligans, Black Label, they want that as well. I mean, but I don't think it's worth fighting over. I mean, it's not like super.
It's not in the circle.
It's not prime territory. It's not in the circle, and it's not good logic here. He's gonna get knocked by Foshu, so they're gonna do that. Elusive as well is gonna get knocked by a Viper, so that's gonna be 3 guys out already. They're gonna be looting him up, but this is sending a message. I feel like this is saying, guys, this is Hooligans area.
Ramsey going for the initial care package. That does drop just on the bottom of that west coast there. Looking further afield as teams do start to come through. Pubg on the rotate, so we need to watch them. They've come across now.
Oh my
M24
God.
suppressed. 333 and an adrenaline syringe. Now the adrenaline syringe, man, is actually a world drop now, and it does have a reduced time
6
from
seconds,
8 seconds to 6. That makes it so worth it. We're having a little bit of discussion earlier on in the player chat, like, before you just said, okay, you know, it takes up a lot of space in there. You might go for
it's 20 capacity.
Exactly, it's a lot. It's a lot, but to crack that off and then get all the speed, was it 6.2% movement speed or something ridiculous?
Yeah. And also the healing boost as well. It heals you like from the full thing. It heals you until you're down to 50%. It'll heal you up fully. So it's super strong as well. But still, it's 20 capacity compared to the painkillers, which is 10, and the energy, which is 4. So you can take 5 energies and getting the twice amount of like full.
Well, it's going to give you 86% of your health.
Yeah.
It lasts for 5 minutes. It's only a 6-second cast, and I think the most important thing is it's the movement speed increase. You know, you get the +4 for the health that gives you ticks away and things like that, but you're still at the end. You get that 16% end of it, but 30 seconds of 6.2% increased move, especially if you kind of need to rotate. Like,
Taylor J.
Don't tap fire me, my friend. Comes
pure.
Through. Jamil does go with the 3 times, trying to tap down, but
yeah,
K9 does its job, man.
It does indeed here. Originally as well, already made their way. So team Black Label here, Team Black Label, they're going to be moving. Originally taking down to 20% HP. He does have a first aid though. He needs to really heal this off. But Cloud9 there on the move here. They really want to push this and get these points. Moody here. They did lose Elusive earlier. Froliger and Moody, they're here. Moody taking down to 20% HP as well, so he has to pull back. Donut Hole, really good suppressing fire.
Yeah, just about to say, it's a cracking play. Pull up, give your teammates some help. Taylor again. Is that the second headshot he's got with the K98? This time it's Envious who will fall victim to that one. Doing some great work with the sniper rifle. Need to be aware of the rotation here coming from Fuzzy Potato and crew. You've got to be careful. Look
at the density here in the middle. Look how many people are dead center.
Look at what Solid's doing. He's kind of bodyguarding this quarry area. Taylor J, we did say he must have had a good scope on this. That's going to be an 8 times on the K98.
6.
Oh, sorry, excuse me, 6.
Yeah. Oh,
need to get used to these.
Yeah.
And a drop as well, I believe, for the team that has just coming down at the bottom. Fuzzy Potato practically landed on top of the head, just playing on the outskirts of that circle down towards the southerly end. 16 teams still in play, 58 players. They've not bothered to go for it. Spike might opt to turn face if he wants to, but they've still got to be careful. Sharp shot, they're going to crash. We've got 2 teams down at the bottom here. Profit from Ghost Gaming. Your PGL champions just lurking in the side. Got to be careful with his 16.
Oh, double hit.
And another player just skirts him. How the hell he didn't get run over? I'll never know. No more burst though, Martin.
Nope. You can see how much it, like, the animation kick on this gun is insane now. I'm not sure I mean, you would not take this gun because you want it here as well. Turtle connecting onto Sharp Shot, taking him down to 30% HP as well. That was another headshot in a moving car. These guys are popping off. They're running him 16s, all of them though.
Looks like he's got a comp on that as well, so it will at least give some sort of compensation to the kickfire. Yep. Several teams over here, envious. They've got the prime locations on those 2 compounds. One can pretty much overlook the entire farm area.
Yeah.
Up on the antenna, Ruski's team, they're just chilling. It's a nice little spot, his antenna, because of those defilade little hills that you can just play off of. So many teams you'll see just parking vehicles up there. Because even again, when you park around, you can see the top of the vehicles, but you can't actually take the tires out.
No. So you're going to be able to keep your cars, making it super valuable for the rotations. It's super strong area as well. Also, I like the place. These guys are just kind of waiting for the circles, staying on the hill here. It's not super valuable. And also, we see a lot of more of these teams. They're going to be playing on the outside areas in the first 1 or 2 or even 3 circles, making it possible for them to rotate super quickly into a new area here. You see, there's so much prime positions open. You have Gatka open. You have the double yellows west of Gatka. You have the double pink houses south of the antenna as well open. The whole swamp area is open. So all of this prime territory is super open. You see this is kind of the meta changing from going straight into a compound, taking somewhere more open as well. Frolic as well here. Looking at that, they're playing this super open aggressively and just trying to be in a position where they can cut off others' paths.
Not a big fan of the 3 times, I must say.
No.
Not the greatest of fans, but then again, when you look at it, every time you see a player with it, it's just bobbing, weaving, every single bullet. There's so much bounce to every single bullet, and it just kicks up in the air. A couple of long rotations, you don't see them on the map, but it's actually kind of gone in their favour. Ghost Gaming are going to come in from the south. They're all the way down at the bottom. Optic are still on the roadside here, so they're trying to find themselves some prime location.
Yeah.
Got to be careful because, again, we're getting to this point where you would expect from a pro team every single goddamn compound is going to be taken. C9, they're lurking. They're in the mist. And here you are. That's what I spoke about earlier on Ghost on that very, very slow rotation. 3 members are inside the circle. Yeah. The south is open for them. Martin, where do you think they're going to be coming in?
I mean, with this kind of call, I think they're going to go in on the southwestern side, just coming in behind the guys from Black Label, team number 10 on the southwest here, originally Donhold, and they're going to push in even further. So they're going to be on the edge here, and they're going to be staying there, and they're not going to go super far because they're also split up extremely. You have Turtle here on the scout. He's going to come in here. He's going to see if this area is available. So Ramsey, hey, it's me, Boo. They're down to 2 guys only. So here, Donut Hole also stopped. But also, as I talked about, this swamp area here, it's a really good area because it can accommodate so many teams. You can have 5, even 6 teams in there in the later circles, in all the compounds here.
It's because you've got the side walls, those little defilades on the side walls, but then you've also got, when you go down further in the water, you've got all the trees.
Oh, there's Lar.
Look at this. Now this gun, it's quite rare. It looks like it's going to be a 6 times on top of it, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been the 3. But yeah, the SLR is insane. So good. Now, don't get me wrong, it's rare. It has. I think I've only. If I haven't found one, I might not have even found it. It might have been in a dead body, to be honest with you. Like, it feels rarer than a Kar 98.
Yeah.
And honestly,
100%.
it needs to be because it's a tank. It's a living flying laser beam. Here we go with the crash. Ramsey and Donut Hole moving in on the antenna. C9 inside, AKM in hand. Welcome wagon. Frolicker, though, unfortunately steps out to the wrong side. Donut Hole was chilling. The knock comes through. The finish is there, but Moody's round the corner. Answers 1. Can he pick up a second? He needs to be careful of the player lurking. And that, my friends, is not a good start for C9 whatsoever. They are gone. They are dead. They are buried. They go out in 16th place in game number 2.
Yeah, they had a really good position here, but they also lost 2 guys early. So they're really off to a bad start here. Everybody else here, I'm kind of surprised by Optic's decision here. They're leaving the compound north of Gatka to take the double yellows, which is also, it's more centered, but still, it can jump back. It can really jump back here. So Optic, they have this double yellows. It's super strong if it goes north because they can go into the ditch and push the fields. But still, I feel like taking this 4 guys is kind of like you're putting all eggs in one basket.
However, this team does know they're there. They have been warned because I did see Petra, I think it was, with an SKS headshot onto one of the players. So these guys have had a warning that they need to be careful. If you're going to peek out, you will lose your face there because Petra does have a scope. And he's got an eye as well. You can actually see there if you're looking at the map. Ghost, surprisingly, still on the move. Proppy's looking for some territory. He's going to be the scout. So if he falls, Ball OC, Balok, moving on the side as well. Just looking for a few more. I like where they've gone, at least. And it's still, quite surprisingly, how open. Again, same instance as previous, Martin, the south. No one really likes to keep going down south.
Nope. I mean, the circle was good enough for it, but and we see totality here. Yeah, of course, they need that. Boogie is gonna headshot knock Theris from Trifecta here. They're in the north, far in the north, actually. So the Dignitas guys haven't made a move and aggressive. And look at that. You have a compound kind of centered, and there's a drop coming as well. This is also talking about this kind of meta shifting where you kind of play differently. You play more in the open, being able to be mobile and rotate a lot more instead of just taking these compounds where your cars aren't safe. So you're going to be in the edge more. The south, not so much, but still in the north, you have Trifecta, you have Dignitas, you have Noble, you have Totality not playing in a compound. They play on the hill, which is not, it's not in, but I mean, it's kind of centered as well. They can kind of shift on towards taking this drop as well. You have Envious. You have all these guys south of the hospital. You have 3 or 4 or 5 squads there really close.
So we're at this kind of stage in the game where no one's really going to move. Everyone's just going to wait and see where the wait until see where the circle updates. You can now see just on the map there. It looks like they're going to be forced downwards. I think it's gone more south, which it has. That is a hard ass shift. Now the intriguing thing about this is people can actually set up camping stations. People can get choke points. People can look for these rotations. People are going to go down. Nobody's down south. That's going to be full prime real estate if they want to go grab it. Look at Optic. They're going. No messing around. You've got Totality. They've got to be careful. But Pure, they're running the gauntlet. They're coming through 2 teams outside in the Gatwick fields. They've got to be very careful here. Sharp Shop, HD, he knows he has to be careful also because they need to move away from Gatka where they are. It is not inside the circle. Noble, they're standing strong though. Anybody wants to come past the Noble boys, they are welcome. They're going to keep cracking off. We've got an ACOG on the M4 here. Trying to at least take out the tires. You can see him spraying away, excuse me, tapping away, in fact. But it looks like they're going to go for it. But the DP in the distance, you can hear it.
Oh, nice headshot.
Lands it. Finds 2, finds 3. Godspeed. What a belting shot. If I was Soko, I'd honestly just leave him. I think he's done. Just don't bother. Get back in your car and keep driving, fella.
Yep. United also making a way here. You really see this hard shift, how many harsh decisions you have to do. Sandpa taking out Soko. So he's going to be stolen.
Why did he wait? He should have just carried on going and just drove off. He's died by pulling up and looking at his teammate.
Yeah.
For me, that's a wrong play. You should have carried on. He was knocked in the open. It was going to be an instant kill. They've just handed Noble another 12 points. Should have just carried on going. They'll lose 2, unfortunately. Noble, they'll pick up 24 points. Spike onto Tumai, finds 1. This is where everyone starts going to run those gauntlets. Still, 50% of that circle is completely open.
And I think a lot of these
iron sight him?
I think so, yeah. No, that was Foshu. Yeah, it was Foshu.
Oh, excuse me.
These guys are still inside. Yeah, there's a 2x on him, so he did take him out there. But I mean, these shifts is also gonna make some harsh decisions. And if you call this, look at these guys. If you call this hard shift, the south must be open. It's a really good call, and I see with all this experience on all these teams, I really see that's some of these calls coming out. That's just Envy. It's an Envy call. It's a Totality call. It's an EU call. Oh, Ghost is gonna rip Noble apart here because they were greedy with the loot. Dakilis, only 1 more shot. Is he gonna be taken? No, he's gonna jump in the water. Boom is gonna be taken out. He's gonna be finished. Is it gonna be Turtle taking it? It's gonna be stolen maybe. You're not finishing him off really here. Oh, he does see him as well. Oh, this M16. Look at that animation kick. It's so rough on that. But really good positioning on Ghost here. Turtle's going to finish off a Dakilis. Oh, he's going to knock him actually outside in the water. Mikoy has to heal up a bit here, so he's going to join as well. He's going to finish him up. The 3x again that you talked about. Taro here taking some shots at Envy.
Look at state of it. He just flies all over. You want to try and spray this thing, you're going to be in for a world of pain. But then again, the 16 is still viable up close and personal if you want to tap it away. SLR on the back as well, so he's got a nice big boy 7.62 weapon. Theros with the 6 times, I believe that is, on the back of a Mini. Now the Mini still, and again, this comes down to this whole, the DMR changes. You know, it wasn't just the individual guns, it was actually the DMR as a whole kind of weapon. Has had some increases when it comes to percentages of where it hits you. I think it's an increase when it hits you in the head and chest, I do believe.
Yeah, it is.
Could be wrong, but again, moving over to Civil's POV, it looks like he's got an AUG 333. Every single one of these crates, Martin, it's worth going for rather than it was before. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still high risk, high reward. You know, if you go there, you could get punished. You could hand another team 12 points and die. But you know for a fact it's worth going. It's not going to be a scrappy. It's not going to be trash inside.
No, and that's, I mean, they're strong, but still, they're kind of also RNG because you don't know where they drop, so you can't really predict it. But there's so much more worth going for aggressively because it's gonna guarantee you really good gear often. Ghost here taking a really good decision going into the swamp area, and the new zone has popped. Ghost have a 2-2 split going. It's kind of far. I think Turtle here and those guys, they should make a decision. They are gonna make a decision here, going on the 2-seater and going straight into Profi and Balak.
So just to kind of touch on the DMRs, increase head, body, and limb shot. So it's now 235% for a headshot, 105% if you hit them in the body, and 95% if you hit them in the limbs. 95% for getting hit in the arms or legs from a DMR. That's some really nasty damage. The SKS as well. I mean, it used to be a bit of a... Oh, head trip. Delirio, Optic now pushing. They know the antenna It's got players inside. Look at Hypok. Look at that aggression. He's going to crash in. He's going to dive in. More than likely, he's going to have an AR on his back as well.
And Donorhole is going to dip from this. He's just going to disengage from this fight. He is the last player alive from Black Label, so he's just going to finish it off. You heard that SLR as well going off. Here we have Pure as well. They're going to push as well. Dalak is going to finish off. Hey, it's me, Boo.
Everyone rocking SKSs. Everyone rocking AKMs. Bauwacker last to the party, but they're still just watching the player bleeding out downstairs. Pure on the rock side. Deliria does finish him off finally. You hear the drill come down. 14 teams remain. 45 players alive. Pure have to be careful, provided no one's behind.
Oh, an insane nade.
That's cooked. That is cooked. They're all going to have to run.
That was a good nade. Taking Pax down to 50% HP here. 100 rounds is going to be in a really good flank here. He's going to be holding these guys, giving information to Pure, giving them...
They don't have to push it, though.
No, they don't. They have a house here. A Sandpass in the north here. They're going to push... Oh, did they? They just finished them off, did they? So that was Team 11 out. It's Viber Esports. He's going to be finished off by Tempo Storm here. On Civil from Dignitas, it looks like he's the last player. No, that's not right. You have down the south, all the way in the south. You have Wookie Bookie.
Look at how far.
They're so split up.
You've got Uncivil over here in the field still. You've got Wookie Bookie and Adams just chilling on the bottom side.
And they're getting south from even further south. Shot from even further south.
I think it needs to be noted as well. Totality, still 4 players alive. Wookie Bookie has to be very careful. Ram just coming around the corner. Whips out the AKM. I mean, what else would you
there's
use up close and personal? Grenades are going off, so they have the information that these guys are just chilling here. They do have this very, very tiny deflator to play off of.
Vegas is spring.
The thing is, though, you got to be careful because they'll happily take a fight if they have to do it, and they have the skill to do it.
Vegas is pushing with half HP as well, 60, 50, 55, 60% HP here. Wookie's gonna push out in the south. Gonna be taken out by Roim, Adam as well. So they're gonna be finished. Oh, this is really good. You have Uncivil on the other side of the map playing that alone. So still 12 teams alive, 42 players united here. They're gonna be going into the south here, but they kind of have to push in an open area. Totality still there as well.
100 rounds onto Balok. That's going to be the M24. Tero there with the SLR. 2 headshots back-to-back. Shrimsy, he falls victim. 762 once again. These long-range snipers and DMRs doing so much damage. Wookie Bookie, they die. Dignitas, they lose 2 consecutively, but again, splitting up has allowed them to have some sort of a backup plan. Spike just trying to get out of danger. Level 1 helmet, not great. There's going to be 30% damage reduction. This late game, especially from a 7.62 bullet, it's going to do jack. It's going to hurt, and it's going to really, really shred a lot of life. Tony V on the finish as well to Shrimsy. Still on the edge there, just on the stone side. 100 around his boys, Pure. They've got to be very careful. Fozo, he will fall victim to the outside zone. Totality back onto him. Easy kill for them. Knock comes in, cleans him up. 12 points in the bag. 4 players alive at this kind of stage. It's good to see. That's what you want to be. You know, especially if you want to crack at winning it. Like some of these teams, they'll go in and they might lose 1 initially. They might even potentially lose 2 if they've had a bad day. But if you get into around the circle time with 4 players, it opens up so much more. Especially if you can get to the final rounds where you're at least outmanning the opposing team that you have to take.
Exactly. Totality also being victims, one could say, to the new roster changes. They actually acquired Lost HD from FlyQuest. So there's a really good roster change. They are unfortunately locked because Lost HD did play the qualifiers earlier. So they are playing with Tony Vegas in this. But they have a new member, which is Lost HD. It's going to be a really strong team. I'm excited to see what those guys can do. Talked with Interrogate earlier, and they're saying if we're not qualifying, we're bringing all the guys to the BYOC.
Bro, that's what you want. You want this kind of confidence that regardless of what happens here this weekend, I mean, you've still got a backup next weekend, and then after that, you've still got a backup if you want to fly with your gear and crack on with it.
Yep.
Hetero of Optic in the kill feed. The green wall grabs himself 12 points. Takes out Spike. That's going to be the, I think it was the SKS before I saw it. DMR, excuse me, the DP comes into play.
Oh, yeah.
Vegas falls victim to that one. The headshot hits him. And again, that's a gun that's 7.62, and it's got a buff. I think it's 51 per bullet.
Yep. DP strong as fuck. Excuse me. Uncivil here. Wow, look at that. I didn't see that. Uncivil is in the middle of Optic. So Optic is just...
He's chilling.
And he's inside. He's going to be able to stay there. Optic have no idea that Uncivil snuck his way in here.
He doesn't have a helmet. Bow, whack him out.
Oh, he's running right on top of him. How does he not see?
Good God, he does
Oh,
have a helmet.
he's no idea.
Good
This
God.
plant, he is one with the plant on Civil. The plant man. Amazing. Look at that. And
I mean, he's not moving because his
No.
body, he's aimed it downhill. So
Yes.
the bush is covering all of his back. 'Cause obviously, he leans forward, he might show the blunt end of his gun.
Yeah.
Good God. Zampa holding on here for his team, Tempo Storm. If the team above him does come down, unfortunately, they'll be going out in 11th place.
Oh my God.
And he's 3-3. That's the thing, though, Martin. If he gets the right time to strike, he's 3-3 with an AUG. Because he hasn't moved, they literally have no idea he's there. But he's also facing away. Remember this in third person, this is first person. So he won't have the information where they are, apart from the bullets.
And also them stepping around him here. They're going to push
He's
Wildcard
inside as well. He's literally
inside.
on the teetering on the edge.
Oh, next zone here is going to favor a bit for the Roski squad. And Sandpower Ghost is still inside because they took this extremely offensive angle here. Bahawaka hash pushed in. Dil Hero is going to push in as well, taking down Sharp Shot.
Switch.
And that's beautiful. Well played by Optic here, pushing that. 5 kills on them already, and they're going to be taking out Wildcard.
That was fantastic to watch. To be able to sit in that corner, bait the players in, then your teammate open the door and just smash 2 to bits, then push out. Fantastic textbook work from Optic to take that compound. They are getting dinked from the opposing side. Balok still. If there's a man who can with a K98, you've played with him. I've seen him plenty of times. This man destroys faces with this weapon.
Yep.
Trying to pick some people off. One will fall victim outside. Master Nuke here with the DP. Red dot on. You find a head. They're going to be dead. Still looking for more. They are inside the circle and they are playing the edge. They need to be aware of Optic. Optic might try and take this compound for them because there's nowhere else really to go from the angle that they're at. Optic as well, they might fall victim. If Uncivil decides to strike when they're moving, they're actually on the rotation. That AUG, regardless of how, little, how much of a nerf it's had in terms of damage, it's still an
strong.
AUG and he's still 3-3.
Rate of fire. Yeah, high rate of fire. Yeah, Sandpass maybe going to be able to sneak his way in here, but the guys from the Roski squad, they have to push into Noble. Noble, the Dackle is here taking Vohayo down. So these guys are going to be here. Oh, flash going out. Going to utilize that. Didn't hit entirely, but Nob, Mad Ruski, and Shadow, they have to push this. Noble, they do have extremely good positioning here, and they are really slow here. Turtle, Mikoi taking out Totality, and Hypok knocking them at least. Until here, he is pushing. He's trying to join Optic. He's trying to be one of the squad here, so he's kind of staying out here. Still 9 teams alive. He did survive 7 other teams, so Until here really good at playing alone. Pure as well in the north here. You have 100 rounds as well up there with the M24. Optic is going to push in, and Ghost is going to put some pressure onto them. Totality in the meanwhile is going to push in the south. They have taken up all the guys, so Totality is pushing on to Ghost right now here. Even though they have a 2-2 split going.
4 kills amongst them. Still chilling in. They know exactly where Optic is on the opposing side. Profi looking outside. Easy kill. Dinks him. Hypok bites the dust. 12 points moving to Ghost's hands. 9 teams remain. 25 players looking across. Trying to spray this one. There's quite a lot of kick on it, but he catches him. He'll hit the body. Will he find more? Looking through the smoke. Zampa finds one onto Ruski. Uncivil, he's gone. He's down. He's dead. Digger out there in 9th place. Hetra finds him. Seals him with a headshot. Level 3 helmet, won't save him from that one. Deliria looking again. Optic at the moment, they're picking up all these kills. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Optic are just firing on all cylinders as well. Bao Waka, how many kills is that? 4 in a row?
I think that's 3 or 4 in a row. Yeah, they took out Pure, so that is 2 kills. So it's a knock and a kill. But yeah, still taking out Pure here. Slightly favoring Totality and the guys on the southeastern side. NVS have 4 guys alive on the west. Noble still down to 1 guy. Master Nuke has been taken out. I'm not sure if Godspeak is going to be able to take him up. Oh, they have 3 guys alive. Yep. They're on top of each other. Balak again. Bahawaka is going to get knocked, so they're going to be able to push on this. Are they going to be able to aggressively push this? They're probably going to be staying in those houses here, smoking this up. Totality is on the wake. So here, Purdy, he saw him. Just going to see that.
Oh boy, don't peek your head, because otherwise you're going to be in trouble. They've built the wall. The smoke's there, so at least they can kind of build themselves a little ramp up there, but Ghost are in a bit of a sticky situation because they've got players left, right, and center. Balak doesn't have a helmet. He's been dinked. And it's between these 2 teams. The fight will go down to see who can get into the circle first. But again, there's several other players around. Master Nuke comes through, finds Nop. 1 more team goes down. We're on to 6. Another player there, Zampa, still chilling, so at least he's dragged Tempo Storm into the top 6. but they're all across him. He should be dead. Noble should see him. Hide him in the grass. He actually knocks one. Will he get a finish and take? He does, so he gets 12 points. He takes out Master Nuke, so before going down, he bags 12 points for Tempo Storm. Good work from Zampa. Edak finds him at least, seals his deal. Profi steps down, moving in with a DP. Finds one, finds two. Profi still looking for more. This player creeping around the side, but it won't be good. They find him first. But he's done the work, Martin. He's got the initial kills. Excuse me, knocks at least. Turtle's going outside on the flank. Two players still standing. One of them's heavily damaged. Finds one with a UMP. Does he turn left? No, he doesn't. Unfortunately, he will turn down. Purdy trying to keep Totality in this. Balok holding his gun steady. Turtle's going to give him the information. Turtle will kind of just offer himself to Totality. Give himself away. But they managed to get one up, but he's going to be very weak. This is going to be a big battle. They're all just clinching. It's going to be 10 HP, 15 HP. Begging, praying that he doesn't see them first. Steps up, sees one. Will he see two? No, he doesn't. What a fantastic job there from Totality. They wipe out Ghost Gaming. They take the position on the edge of the map.
Yeah, and meanwhile, you have Envious. They're just going to be snaking their way in here. Everyone is fighting on the east, and Envious, they're just going to be chilling and taking in there. There are 9 people alive, 3 teams, and now they're going to be pushing aggressively. They heard all the knocks. Now they're going to push. Optic still in it. Totality still in it, but not for long, I think.
Jesse finds one. Second player's knocked as well, looking straight across. Optic are now running as well. Unfortunately, though, by doing this, Envious have committed and lost one player. They are inside the circle. They've got a little bit of time. Caden steps over the edge, knocks another one. Purdy. Last man standing here for Totality. They've got to be careful. He's going to get all the way up tight against the edge of that circle.
This grass is saving him so much. He sees him. It's going to finish him.
I mean, if I was him, you'd be running. But in doing so, Envious have offered themselves to the optics of Optic Gaming. They're tapping away. He'll knock one and get the finish. And all of a sudden, we're down to 2. 5 players alive.
Yeah, it's a 2v3 here. Optic has a lot of kills. Bahawaka is going to push this aggressively because he did get the knock. 13 kills already on Optic. So they're going to push as well. Check is going to knock. Finish here. Optic, Bahawaka, last player alive. He's going to make it. No, Check Shooter is going to take him out for the win.
Back to back. Team Envious, they do it again. These boys are hungry. Chicken dinners all around. 5 kills in the bag. But I tell you what, Optic Gaming, different scenario from the previous one. I think it was 15th they ended in around that bottom area. Could be wrong there, excuse me if I am. But to bring it back, look at the kills from Delirio. 8?
That's amazing.
That's a banging stat for him.
If this is a trial for him, I mean, that's a pretty good trial then. If they're testing him out and everything, popping off 8 kills in a qualifier like this is really good.
I mean, what's that? How many is that in the bag? I'm not good at maths.
They had 14 kills, Optic, yeah.
It's still plenty of stuff, and to at least get you up from the top like that, I mean, GG to them. That's kind of what they needed to start turning things around. But Team Envious, playing it cool, playing it smart, waiting on that edge. And again, those fields, you've got so much room. And we didn't kind of talk enough about them because there were so many crashes, so many engagements going on down the bottom end of the circle. But they just played it cool. They just crept in slowly, waited for everyone else to die. Zampa managed to get him team into the top 6 and also get a knock and a flush as well. So 12 points. Good job from him to stay alive for so long. We are going to take a very short break, quick and simple. When we return, game number 3 is about to get underway. This is getting fired up. It's getting heated. It's getting spicy. Guys, don't go anywhere. See you in a second.